Hello, everyone, and welcome to the social science session. So, in this video, we will be discussing the lesson in the earliest cities. So, let's get started. First of all, let us understand what is civilization. So, people are called civilized when they live in organized groups such as towns. Such organized groups are called civilizations. So, most of the civilizations developed along rivers. Why? Because the rivers provided water for various needs. Water was used for various purposes, and this is why we see most of the civilizations, ancient civilizations of the world, flourished in the banks of rivers. Now, let us talk about Indus Valley civilization, which flourished on the banks of river Indus. So, Indus Valley civilization flourished near the banks of river Indus, and therefore this civilization is known as Indus Valley civilization. This is one of the most ancient civilizations of the world. It flourished around 2500 to 1500 BCE, that is before Common Era, almost 3500 years ago. So, a long, long time back. Harappa was the first city that was discovered in this area, in this civilization. So, this is the reason this civilization, that is Indus Valley civilization, is also known as Harappan civilization. The civilization was spread over large part of present day Pakistan and the Indian states of Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Gujarat, and Rajasthan. So this the civilization spread over this area. The important sites, or we may call the important cities of Indus Valley civilization, were Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chano-daro, Kot-Diji, Amri, which is now in Pakistan, Ropar, which is now in present day Punjab, Banavali, which is now in Haryana, Alamgirpur in Uttar Pradesh, Kalibangan in Rajasthan, Lothal, Rojdi, Dholavira, Rangpur, and Goladharo. All these cities are in Gujarat. So these were the major cities of Indus Valley civilization. Next, we talk about the town planning. So here you can see the town planning, the city planning of Mohenjo-daro, and you can see it very clearly that the city is divided into two sections, the upper city and the lower city. So in the upper city, we can see the important um, places are there, whereas the lower city shows the houses of common people. Moving ahead, let us discuss the town planning. So, the citadel or acropolis, this was the western part of the city. So, special buildings were constructed in the citadel area. For example, in Mohenjo-daro, archaeologists discovered a very special tank called the Great Bath. And this tank was lined with layers of bricks and mortar. It was watertight and layers of natural tar was used. So there were rooms all around the tank, and it is believed that people gathered at this place, that is at the Great Bath, for religious functions. So it had religious significance. Water was probably brought in from a well and drained out after use. The granaries at Lothal, they were also found in Citadel or the Acropolis area. The granary was normally located close to the river bank. Another important structure found in the Citadel area at Mohenjo-daro was the assembly hall or town hall. It was a large hall consisting of 20 pillars of bricks which were arranged into 4 rows of 5 each. So we see that the town planning was quite organized and advanced. Next, we move on to the lower town. So, most of the buildings in the lower town were residential quarters. That is, the common people lived in this area, right? The houses which were found were had 1 or 2 stories. The houses had 2 stories or they had 1 story, and there was a central courtyard around which rooms were constructed. The windows opened in the courtyard where all household activities took place. They were hearth at the corner of the courtyard. Even bathing area was there, and bathing area uh, there was a well, right? A well was there at the bathing area so that it was easy to get water, right? It was easy to fetch water from the well. And the pipes, of course, they were made of terracotta, which were quite strong and durable. Next, we move on to the city life. So the people of these ancient civilizations, they pursued different occupations. They were jewelers, they were weavers, they were potters, toy makers, stone cutters, seal makers. I hope you are very clear with seal, those clay tablets. Then there were masons, traders, farmers, and boat makers. So, people even traveled to distant lands to get precious stones, metals, and other materials. Now, talking about the village life, people grew crops and reared animals. So, basically, they were farmers and herders who lived in the villages and supplied food to people in the towns. So, archaeological remains of plants show that the Harappans grew crops such as wheat, pulses, peas, barley, rice, sesame, linseed, mustard, banana, melon, and pomegranate. So, a variety of food crops and, of course, fruits. A toy model of a plow has also been found, which indicates that people used plows to farm the land for tilling the soil. They were quite advanced and they used plows. The Harappans reared sheep, cattle, goats, and buffaloes. So these animals may have been used for milk and meat as well. So next, talking about art and craft, pottery making had reached an advanced stage in this civilization. So the pottery of this culture was wheel made and adorned with a variety of natural, geometric and non-geometric motifs. So in the next video, we will be talking about art and craft in detail. So till then, we just revise the lesson well till we meet again. Thank you so much.